Good evening, everybody. How are y'all doing? If there's anybody out there in the YouTube lands across the lands, I just wanted to come on for a few minutes. Uh, Sorry. Let's see if anybody comes in the room this evening. It has been a week. It has been a week. Oh my God, it's been a week. What's up to the 4 people in the chat? What's up, L Love? How are you doing? How are you doing? Let me know if this sounds good. Can you hear me? Can you see me? All of that fun stuff. Yes. Hey, Misty Velocity, how are you doing? Hope you are doing well on this Wednesday evening. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Make sure you're staying safe out there. We are still in the midst of a pandemic. Even though it feels like the world is opening back up and going back to normal, we are still in the midst of a pandemic. Let's cut that. Okay. So again, good evening, everybody. I just wanted to come on for a few minutes just to pass some time. I took today off from work, so I've been handling stuff, errands and whatnot. Listen, going back to work has been a lot. I'm back on site working. Well, I work 5 days a week, but we have students come in Monday through Wednesday and on Friday. I don't know why I said 5. On Friday, we are like virtual fully. So it's been a big adjustment coming in after having been in quarantine since March. We went virtual, I would say March 16th, I believe, the week of March 16th. So yeah, I had been home for a minute. So getting back in the groove of the workplace has been one heck of an adjustment. But I am making it work. This is my 3rd year working as an educator. But it's going pretty good. New levels, new devils. But honestly, the more things change, the more they stay the same. At the end of the day, when it really boils down, it is what it is. Working, so listening from the skybox. That's all right. That is all right. Right, L Love. I was just sitting here thinking about it, and I was talking with a friend about it earlier. I was like, I was really home like 24/7 from March till the first week of August. Like I would go out, I would go to the store and get the necessities and whatnot. But as far as socializing, yeah, I was pretty good with actually quarantining. Like I had a roommate at the time, but other than that, my interaction with people was pretty low. So going back into the actual school setting and being being back to having to deal with children, deal with adults, and just deal with more people again. And learning new people it's tough for me. Just because I feel like we ended the last year so abruptly. going into this year, it was like, where are my kids from last year? Like, I still feel like they should be with me because I still feel like they owe me like 3-4 months of work. But it's a really interesting journey. It's a really interesting. Yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy how we've had to shift in so many ways. So much will never be the same with how we function in the workplace and just how we live life in the 21st century world. Coronavirus has definitely uh, made an impact on American society and the global society altogether. Global society altogether. But what's up? What's going on out in the YouTube streets, out in the world? I know we had the first presidential debate last night between sitting president, their president, Donald J. Trump, and Mr. Joe Biden. I've seen bits and pieces of the debate. I'm going back to watch it in full length at some point because I'm tired of getting bits and pieces from everywhere. I want to watch the whole thing in entirety and really look at it in one whole. I teach fifth grade, Miss T. Velocity. Yes, that's a very interesting point I'm coming to learn, especially since we've had coronavirus. I really do see the impact of the lack of socialization that those kids had during that time. But yeah, going back to the presidential debate, it was a lot of people have compared it to a reality show reunion, just several egregious situations, and I have no choice. I have no choice but to believe it. The most surprising thing to me was that Joe Biden actually told that man, I believe he asked him to shut up, and that it's a lot. It's a lot. I don't know what. I shared a post on Facebook, and it was like, Lord, if you are our presidents, just tell us. Like, that's all you got to do. We don't have to go through any of this. We just need you to speak a word, and that's all. If you ran out, if you done making them, just say that. Because it just seems like it's gonna. Yes, Joe Biden is not the ideal candidate, and obviously Donald Trump is not a candidate for me at all. And that's just, I don't know. I worry for generations children in the world they're going to be growing up in. With the comments made about white supremacy and all of that, I just don't know where we're headed. The whole, what did he say? Stand down and stand by. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. I promise you. That don't sit too well with my soul. The ancestors, they're tickling me on the shoulder about that one. They said no, we don't do that. We know what that means. We do not do that. With the good old Proud Boys, as they like to call themselves. Right, Proud Boys. You're a clown. YouTube world is cutting up. Yeah, I've been watching from the bushes, and there's been a lot of interesting revelations and testimonies. Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting. It's interesting. You can do your content. Just do your content. Like, you don't take like we talk about people not supporting us outside of beefing and cussing each other out, but how invested are you with the numbers? Like, we know that creative content outside of beefing in this sector, I hate to even call it a sector, because it it's not as deep as we make it. Like, it's really not that deep. Uh, at least for me, it's not that deep. I don't get too invested in all of that. Yes, I have people I like, and I have people that I don't favor necessarily. But that's not going to stop me from doing my creative content. I'm not going to get so wound up in trying to solve a problem that don't need to be solved. If you got a problem with somebody, y'all don't have to interact. Y'all don't have to speak on each other. Y'all don't got to do none of that. So I just feel like it's easier to make that happen than just to continue to spew vomit back and forth. Like, I don't have the energy for that. Bless y'all for whoever does have that energy. Make sure you're hydrated, because I cannot. I like peace. I like shade. I like to read. I like I like throwing a little spice in there every now and again. But overall, I really do enjoy peace. Uh, and drama's exhausting. Y'all be stressing y'all body out. Y'all be yelling. Y'all be yelling hard. Y'all be yelling hard and be yelling long. Like that. I don't get it. Like, I don't see the point in exhausting myself to that degree, because I know y'all got to get off of here and taking a leave, rub yourself down with some Bengay for you older folks. Y'all be up here with the rah for real, and I'm just like, yeah. Are you affected? Does it make you feel a way? Because you're so invested. You're so invested. Again, I'm speaking maybe from a naive standpoint. I'm a youngster compared to a lot of people out here. A youngster in real life and a youngster in the YouTube situation. But it's just, I don't see the point in a lot of it. I think it's Miss Queen Kwani. It's the entertainment application. You laugh at it. If you got a response to somebody, if somebody says something you don't like, sure, let it out. But getting invested, y'all going back and forth for days. You ain't got no check. You ain't got nowhere to clock in at. Like, I know some of y'all getting a coin from this, but it can't be that good. I like my salary. That's consistent. I know it's gonna be there. It's there today. I know it's gonna be there. Y'all be waiting for the 22nd. I'll wait for the 30th or the 31st. But I know mine gonna be there regardless of what Google gotta say about how my channel's doing. And if you're making money, great. I'm happy for you, but that's not my motivation. I'm very content with my life. And what I got going on over here? Because I got some things planned. I'm trying to make happen within the next year or so. So we're gonna keep working. We're gonna see where we get. Not for some, especially to them. Right. Let's see what else is there. I guess I can talk about this. I hadn't really talked about this publicly. But I was in a little fender bender the other day. Nothing major at all. I am fine. The damage to my car is not terrible, but it's there. But I'm good. But yeah, I took the day off to handle some of those things, making phone calls, making those moves, and trying to handle insurance and all of that. Thankfully, I am not at fault for what happened. He should have been watching when he was reversing. Uh, but yes, so that's been that's been that's been something. Um, Life has been interesting. The season change always brings about interesting things in my life. I don't know what it is, but I can literally like yearly recall things happening during that summer fall transition. It's real interesting. Yes, people drive very crazy. And I'm like, I don't even drive a small car. Like there's no way you did not see my car behind you before you hit reverse or when you hit reverse. Like there's like I don't he was smoking a cigarette. I don't know if he was trying to light the cigarette and back up. I don't know what was happening, but I was just like, mm-mm. You know what? It's almost my favorite time of year because I like the colder months, but I prefer winter. Winter is my go-to. That's if I was to move out of state right now, I would definitely move up north somewhere where it snows a little bit more than it does because I'm in the south and we don't get a lot of snow or a lot of like hazardous cold weather. Like I like the cold. Like it goes up and down here sometimes. Sometimes we'll have a really cold winter. Other times we'll have a moderate cool winter where there's no need for a big jacket or any of that. It never sometimes it just doesn't get that cold here. Um, but yeah. Mm, mm. I need to get a new computer. I've been trying to look at some, but I'm so indecisive. I really like the one I have now, and I might just buy another one that's actually just like it. But I really like the computer I have now, but I messed up the screen a couple weeks ago. It's still working, but I just hate how it looks. Uh, but thankfully, I have another computer, but I want a new one. Uh, that's funny you say Wisconsin. I have a friend up there in law school in Wisconsin, and I've been trying to plan and see if visiting him would be feasible because I know Corona is real. I know people are taking trips going back and forth, but again, I really have to weigh my options as far as getting myself into all of that for sure. But yes, I know it gets cold. He talks about the snow that y'all get up there, and I'm just like, yeah, that the copious amounts of it. Yes, that would be a lot for me to adjust to, but I definitely would get there and enjoy it. Yes, you like the cold. What time is it? It's 8:49. I think Jaded was gonna go live at 9, so I might end this in a few minutes and head over there to see what he got going on. Let's see. Interesting. But yes. What's going on out there in the YouTube lands or in y'all's lives? Um, I live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Yes. Oh yeah, yeah. It's hit my area pretty hard too, especially my hometown. I'm from a very small rural town, and it pretty much hit there pretty fast, and it spread through families that I like know very fast. It was it was interesting to observe. Thankfully, I there were times I did go home to visit my family in the midst of the quarantine, uh, but I have not tested positive for coronavirus. Fingers crossed. But yes. It has been an interesting couple months. My governor is my governor is a joke. He's pretty much aligned himself uh, with people with pretty much with the Republican Party. Just gonna put it out there. Obviously, I'm in the South, and they are the good old boys. I have family members, like distant family members, like people that I'm related to by marriage that who have passed away during the last couple of months of dealing with COVID-19. I had a mild case, and man, how are you doing? I hope you're feeling better. I know everyone's experience with it that I've heard has been different, and it varies depending on your age, your prior conditions, all of that. But I hope you're doing well. That's a lot for anybody to have to deal with, for sure. Give me 1 second. Okay. But yes, this whole thing is still, it blows my mind sometimes that we are really here. Uh, I've I've talked about this a couple times, but I've been watching The Walking Dead, and again, The Walking Dead. It seems even more probable now because we have an infectious outbreak going on. Right, Minnesota's cold. I lost my taste and smell. Now I'm good now. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. With me, it's weird when you talk about coronavirus and specifically that symptom of losing your taste and smell. My sense of smell is very minimal. I don't know what happened during my development, but I can smell things, but I do not have a very sensitive nose at all. Uh, for me personally, I feel like my voice is very nasally to some degree. Uh, at least it is in my head. Uh, but yeah, like my sense of smell, like some people will pick up on certain smells, and I'll be like, I don't smell anything. Like, what are you talking about? My sense of smell, it lacks, it lacks in some degree. That's why I really like minty things, like minty soap. Oh my god, Dr. Bronner's. I can't remember if it's spearmint or peppermint, but I got a big bottle the other day, and I love the smell of minty things. Like I love the fresh, clean smell of mint. Uh, but yeah, I was about to get ready to say something else. What was it? What was it? What was it? It was right there at the forefront of my brain. I cannot remember what it was. Now I'm gonna be annoyed. I think I saw Jaded share my video. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. Um, but yes, what was it? Oh God, it's gonna come to me in the middle of the night, and I'm gonna be so mad. What was it? 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 Oh, oh, back to beef sector. Oh, I see a question. I'll answer this, then I'll go back. Have you been doing reviews? I was doing reviews of Lovecraft Country. It is a great HBO series that stars Journey Smollett. What is the other guy's name? I can't think. And Courtney B. Vance. There's a couple stars in there. But it's so much. That show is so much. It's a great show, but I feel like I bit off too much more that I could chew. Trying to keep up with the videos, watching the show, taking notes, making sure I have the research done for the review, and trying to crank it out before the show comes on Sunday, and I would like to have a review out by late Monday night, Tuesday. That's my goal usually, since the show came on Sunday. But I would be so freaking tired from work and having to find time, like, because I like to watch. It's one of those shows where you have to watch it twice. So I would have to find time to invest another hour into this show, and I don't watch a lot of TV in general, honestly. So having to find outside, you know what? I'm gonna backtrack. Outside of American Horror Story, American Horror Story is the only show that I can really commit myself to. Like when it's actually premiering and it's live. So when that comes back around, yes, you will definitely probably see me reviewing that. I love American Horror Story. All seasons I think are great. There are some high and low points, but I do enjoy that franchise. But yeah, I did the first 3 episodes of Lovecraft Country, and I like the experience. It was good to get my recap and summary chops flowing and just get some experience doing that. So I will definitely keep my mind open to those reviews. But for right now, no. Not right now. Not right now. What's up, Shawana? How are you doing? Hope you're having a good evening. Yes, that show is a lot. I believe El Teddy's review of Lovecraft Country for this week was like 40 minutes. I'm like, the show is 50 minutes. So there's so much to unpack, and it's not like he's rambling on. Like, there's legit stuff that you have to unpack from it. I'm not a TV buff, so I don't know much about TV. Yeah, and I've come to realize that there are a lot of people that TV is just not their thing. Like, I have a friend, the same one that lives in Wisconsin. There are so many movies that he's just not seen because movies cannot hold his attention span that long. So I love movies. So there are so many movies that I've seen and I love, and I try to talk to him about it. He's like, well, I haven't seen that, so I have no clue what you're talking about. So yeah, I get it. AHS doesn't have to be super detailed. That's a good. Yes, it's great. American Horror Story has a new season on Netflix. New season on Netflix. What was the last season? Do you mean Ratched? Ratched. I know that it's by. I don't know. Ryan Murphy might be a part of it. I think he is. But yeah, that might be what you're talking about. With what's her face? Love her. I love her. What's her name? What is her name? Oh God. Sarah Paulson. I love Sarah Paulson. But yes, I still have that on my radar to check out. I've heard that is a really, really good series so far. But that's not a part of American Horror Story. That is something totally separate from American Story. Just want to put that out there. But yeah, that is on my radar. Yeah. And Sarah Paulson, like, she is such a dynamic actress. Like, she nobody can give us a cry like Sarah Paulson, and nobody. Oh God, what's her mother's name from Coven? What's her name? We got Sarah Paulson, Jessica Lange. Nobody cries like Sarah Paulson, and nobody smokes a cigarette like Jesus. What was her name? I just said it. My memory is trash. What was it? Jessica Lange. Yes, nobody can smoke a cigarette like Jessica Lange. You like soapy shows, Filthy Rich, has a Sex in the City late. I might look into that. Sometimes I do like them. Sometimes it really depends on what they got going on. I went to watch that the other day. Rest was recommended. Yeah, I've heard it's a horror series, so watch out if you're not into scary stuff. I would leave that alone. But I've heard it. All the people that I've seen post about it, they said it's really good. Yes, Jessica Lange. I love Jessica Lange. She is such a great older actress. Every scene that she's done with American Horror Story, she's done a great job of truly presenting that character as it should be. I, she's in just about every season. I think she's not in the last 3 or 4 maybe, but everything before that, her characters really rule the show. They really rule the show. She has a good menacing personality. She really does have a good menacing personality. Oh, is it? I don't do that. Yeah, I'm glad I told you. I don't want you to get taken aback by that, because I know it will sneak up on you. Just knowing how those writers are, that show is gonna trick you at some point, and you're gonna think everything's okay, and it's not. Ratched. I think it's Ratched. Nurse Ratched. It's about Nurse Ratched. Let's see if they'll let me play the trailer, y'all. We can kind of count this as a little reaction since people have questions. Back to work. See ya. Have a good night. Miss T Velocity. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk them striking my channel after I thought about it a little bit. I'm not gonna do that because that's a very new show, and Netflix don't be paying about their chat. But yes, I love scary stuff too. I do love scary stuff. I need a good scary movie in my life. There's not much on Hulu and Netflix right now. I'm just like, y'all, we're getting to scary time. It's almost out. Well, tomorrow's gonna be October. So where are the horror movies? What's going on? I haven't seen any release posters as far as like the older ones that they're gonna be putting on streaming websites. I'm just like, what is really happening? But yes, it was nice talking to y'all. I got something I gotta go handle. But yes, y'all have a great evening. And yes, make sure y'all go check out Jaded. I believe Jaded Nerd is getting ready to go live in a couple minutes. So make sure you go check him out. Yes, scary time is my favorite time of year. Thank y'all for coming through. Make sure you like this video as you head out, and I will see y'all around the YouTube streets. All right. Y'all be safe. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be prosperous. All right. Have a good night.